all. Thank you for joining me today. This is me again, Sheikha Aldosary, with another live show. Hopefully, like today, gonna be fun and we're gonna enjoy as always. I'm just gonna give, as always, like 5 minutes for people to join. Then we can continue the talk. Okay, right. And please write anything in the chat like you have, or any questions that you may have as well. 1 second. All right, 1 second. Hi, good afternoon. How are you? Sharky Max. Let me just see, like, people, hopefully they're gonna be joining us. I hope you all had a wonderful week and enjoying the weekend so far. Tough week for you. Why is it a tough week? Okay, I'll just give people like 3 more minutes and we're just gonna start. It's been a tough week. I think like the weather these days isn't the best. Work always, and also like the weather, like it's this year, I think it's the hottest summer that we ever witness. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you agree, or is it like me who's feeling it? All right. Okay, as always, I'm gonna introduce myself for those who doesn't really know me. Or should we just give like extra 2 minutes for people? And please like use the chat to introduce yourself. And I'm gonna also like introduce myself for those who don't know me and doesn't follow Saudi Women Stories. First of all, like please follow the channel, subscribe, share, give us suggestion for anything that you want us to report about, write about, do stories about. It's really always a pleasure to have you and have your suggestion and advices as well. Feedback is always important for us, and for me specifically. Any feedback, literally, it's always important. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Sheikha Aldosary. I'm a journalist working in the kingdom for the past more than 10 years, working in Saudi and outside Saudi, reporting for the Washington Post, the New York Times, Arab News, the Asharq Alawsat Riyadh office, the Washington office as well, covering news and updates in the kingdom and in the region as well, meaning the Middle East. I've been always focusing on women's stories, women reports, women rights, human rights, the changes that is happening, political changes, economy, and anything and everything that is kingdom. I really enjoy my work, and I love being a journalist, and I love working for all the newspapers I did. However, for the past 3 years, I've been running this independent media startup called Saudi Women Stories. And this independent startup is to focus on women and youth stories, especially the stories that you don't really watch and see in the news, or it doesn't have the same highlight and focus that other stories have. So last week we did an interesting story for me. I love it's about a woman living in Jazan who's running a banana farm. And not only that, like she is the first woman in the Middle East who grow like blue and red banana, which is something I personally never heard about before. And when I know like a Saudi woman is doing that in the region, and she has more than 100,000 banana tree, that is kind of like incredible. So I wanted to share this story with the world, and we have a short clip about this story in the YouTube channel and also like in our website. Our website is the same name, Saudi Women Stories, and please follow us, give us suggestions. So this is me in a nutshell. I enjoy what I'm doing, and also like we do this community event every month called Coffee Talk, and the Coffee Talk is basically to highlight issues that we want the community to know about. Whether it's anything global like or anything even local. So for example, we highlighted mental health, we highlighted violence against women, we highlighted other issues, we highlighted the UN, we highlighted humanitarian work. And this coming week, we're going to be having an event on Thursday evening for one of our coffee talk of that would highlight a very important issue, which is the environment and saving the environment. We're going to have two wonderful speakers, and we're going to send you all the invitation by email and via social media. So this is what we are doing, and hopefully I'm going to see you live, everyone, next week on our office on Thursday at 7 p.m. Please join us live for a wonderful talk with two wonderful speakers who are going to be talking about an initiative that they are doing for recycling, saving the environment. So please join us Thursday, 7 p.m. at Felek Investment Hub. I'm going to send the location and everything in our Instagram, which is the same name. So this is me. And why we are doing, a lot of people ask why we are doing this YouTube live. And the reason for that, because we feel like there is a lot of important news that is happening in the kingdom and no one really knows what is happening, or they don't really get to focus on those news with work, family, and all the things that we have to do in our life. So sometimes some of the important news we don't really know about. So that's why we are having this live show. And also to listen and hear from the community, what are the things that they focus more on, and what are the things that they want us to focus more on, and what even like their news and what they want us to share. So let's just start with what is the best news that you hear in the past week. If you can write it in the comment below, I would be more than happy to share and for everyone to read. And also, like if anyone wanted to introduce himself or herself in the comments, and he or she wanted to share, that would be fantastic. So for me, there was like an amazing news that happened in the past week, which is on a personal level. We have this agreement to work with one of the investment hub on highlighting youth issues, especially youth entrepreneurs. If anyone wanted to have a job in Saudi, sometimes it's easy, but at the same time, sometimes it's difficult because, like, either that you're overqualified or you have some of the qualification that is not in the job market, or you don't really know how to reach it. So we're going to be highlighting how can you get a job in different talks that will start in August. And I would like to ask you all to join us in August, starting from the second week of August for 3 weeks. We're going to be having a lot of talks and workshops for people looking for jobs, as well as people who wanted to start their own business. So this is very important. Safia, hi, good afternoon. Glad that you're here, and I'm happy to have you. Safia is one of the most amazing person. If you are looking for a translator or someone who's doing communication, I would highly recommend Safia. She's the best. Hand down, she's the best. So yes, so this is one of the news that we wanted to share with you guys. And also we wanted to share with you as well that we have opportunities for anyone who wanted to be a mentor, or anyone who wanted to be a speaker or to do workshop. Like, we have a paid opportunity for people who wanted to join us on August, starting from the second week of August for 3 weeks. So please reach out for us and send us like your information if you wanted to be part of this coming program for training. That would be fantastic. So this is an important thing. So what about the news that is happening in the past week in Saudi Arabia? So many things. I think the biggest news on a country level is that we're going to have President Biden visiting Saudi in July. And with this happening, a lot of comments, remarks happening from both sides, the Saudi side as well as the American sides. And which is actually interesting just to see and read like all those comments, and what does it mean for us as a Saudi, and also what does it mean to America. Like, we're going to be having Biden visiting the kingdom for the first time. So this is important. Another and why it's important, because for all the complication that happened in the relationship between Saudi and the US for the past, I would say 3 years. So this visit, hopefully it's going to ease some of the tension, and it's going to also like create more ties between those two countries. And maybe we're going to be seeing more businesses between those two countries, and hopefully more cooperation on international level, especially for issues that is kind of like a common threat, or issues that we have common interest in as well. So we are all looking forward for that visit and what the outcome of it as well. That's one thing. A great news that happened this week from Safia is the Saudi ministry completing the first phase of replacing traditional street light with energy-saving LED light. Amazing news, Safia. Thank you so much. This is very, very important. A lot of us always complain about how our streets are so lightened, and especially for the cats wanted to be part of the live. So I was like distracted, sorry. So yes, so this is a very important news. Another important news as well related to environment is within the past 2 weeks, Saudi has organized a very important conference related to planting Saudi street, especially Riyadh, and completing the initiative, which is Green Riyadh. And with that, there was like a lot of initiative asking individuals as well as organization to start planting different type of trees in their backyards or front yard, or even in the street in their community. So this is important. And regarding this initiative, this coming Thursday, we're going to be having someone talking about this initiative and how can he and his organization help. So hopefully I'm going to see you all live this coming Thursday in our office, Yasemin district. And we're going to know more about this event and how can we help in making Riyadh green and making Saudi Arabia greener. So this is an important news. Any news that you shared in the past, or you read, or you would like to share with us, I would be more than happy. So now we have 2 news. Third news that happened, and I personally would like to share. And if you're in Jeddah, please join that event. So 2 days ago, the first women football tournament for the Asian Cup was happening or is happening actually in Jeddah, and it's going to be happening for the next 2 weeks. So from this week till next week, please, if you're in Jeddah, join those women, support them, show them some love and support as well, because it's very important for a lot of us to know like how a lot of those women really struggle, especially these days, to maintain their studies as well as football while they are having final exams. So this is very important. And it's also important because for the first time ever, like we are having this football tournament in Jeddah, and Jeddah is hosting it not only like on a Saudi level or GCC level, but also the Asian level. So let's just wish like for the Saudi team, and let's just wish them all great success. So this is another wonderful news. A third news that is, there was like a lot of debate locally and internationally specifically, which maybe some of them have heard it, which was with the Ministry of Commerce. There was like some news reported by Saudi press agency, like a lot of the Ministry of Commerce, I would say committee, went to some of the kids' store, and they tried to find anything that would have rainbow color or rainbow toys, and they would take those stuff away because they felt those are some of the stuff that promote homosexuality in the kingdom, which is against like the Saudi law. And because of that, most of those items were taken from the stores and from the shops. And the Ministry of Commerce also asked people to report anything that they feel it's promoting homosexuality. So that was an important news on so many levels, especially this month that a lot of the countries, or many countries around the world, are celebrating the Pride Month. And as you know, like here in Saudi, we don't celebrate something like this. So a lot of the international news were criticizing Saudi for this move and criticizing the Minister of Commerce and criticizing people who are trying to stop like this Pride Month. So we felt it's important to highlight this news because we believe like each and every country has their own rules, and each and every country should promote whatever is in their interest and whatever is their values. So that's also like a news I wanted to hear your perspective on as well, and also like to hear your perspective on a Disney show that wouldn't be shown in Saudi, which is also like promoting homosexuality. And there was like a lot of fuzz internationally about it because they felt why Saudi are not going to be showing it. So that's another thing. Talking about movies and interesting stuff, I would like to invite you all actually to the European Film Festival, which has started 2 days ago, and it's going to be showing till next Wednesday. And we will, not we, the EU delegation will be showing more than 15 movies from different countries. And you can see the list of all the movies in our website as well as in the EU delegation website. And if you are following social media and the EU Instagram account, you're going to find all this movie. The film festival is organized by 3 different entities, which is the EU delegation in Saudi, and Arabian Picture, which is a company owned by a Saudi woman to promote films and movies in the kingdom and in the GCC region. And they participated recently in Sweden in the Malmö Film Festival, which is the biggest Arab film festival in Europe. And she participated there, talking about her experience and talking about being a filmmaker in Saudi. And this time, she organized the first ever European Film Festival in the kingdom, which happened 2 days ago and still happening every day. You're going to see a movie from one European region, and the genre of those movies varies between drama, documentaries, and other, I think, drama, documentary. And there is action as well. Some movies really win kind of like award in their countries and in EU in general. So that is important. I would highly, highly recommend, though I shouldn't be saying that, but I would highly, highly recommend, if you don't have anything tomorrow, Saturday, please go to the cinema. It's the one next to the U Walk in Riyadh, and there would be two amazing movies. One from the from Germany, and it's called Welcome to Germany, and it's going to be talking about immigration and the immigration law, and it's a comedy and it's fantastic. The other one actually is a movie from Belgium, and this movie gonna be talking. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna split it out. Spill the surprise. So please visit. And the good thing also about those movies is it's gonna be that you have to buy a ticket, and the ticket price is so reduced. So the ticket gonna be for 35 rial, including the popcorn and the soda, if you're into that. So please visit if you don't have anything, and ask your friend as well and family member to join you. So this is something important, and all those movies will show you a different aspect of European culture and how can those issues be applied in Saudi Arabia or in your region or in your country. So it's kind of like it's one of those movies that kind of like trying to open a dialogue about different culture and integration. So it's very important. What are the show time? Okay, so the show times for those movies, it's there is a 3 show times depending on the movies, because some of those movies are shown twice and some are shown once. All movies started at 5 p.m. and then the other show would start at 8, and some of the show would start at 11. And it's gonna be in the movie theater next to the U Walk, the new one. I'm gonna actually, I don't know if I can share this in the thing here, and you can find it. And also, if you are a filmmaker and you would like to have a talk with filmmakers from Europe, after each and every movie, someone from that movie production, either the director or someone who helped in the production, would be presented in the event, to be talking with the audience after the event if they have like any question or any concern, or they would like some tips and advices. So that's also important. So those are like 3 great news that I wanted to share, and hopefully I'm gonna see some of you in those like film festival and those movies for the film festival. I for sure I'm gonna go to the one tomorrow, because I really want to know more about Germany and how to be an immigrant in Germany. Actually, not because of anything, but I'm always interested in this type of dialogue. So those are my news for today. I want to know your news and what are the latest news that you're having. And a very, 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 very important news I forget to mention, which is Saudi Arabia now have eased all those restriction on wearing a mask, and also all the restriction related to travel outside the country. When you are Saudi and you're vaccinated, I think from now on, like if there is like more than 8 months from now with your second vaccination, you can travel outside the country. So it's not really easing it, but also it's making it maybe easing it. But for some people, they are saying no, because what happened in the past is you have to have 3 months before you are able to travel outside the country. Now, from your second dose or from your second vaccination, you have to wait 8 months to be able to travel outside the country. So this is very important. Another important information that I really wish to discuss with you as well. So Saudi Arabia has put like more than 10 countries on a list of banned country to be visited by Saudi. However, that doesn't mean like people from that country cannot go and visit their country, their home country, and come back to Saudi. If you are someone from the countries listed in the list of 10 countries banned for Saudi, that doesn't mean you are not allowed to visit your country. You are allowed to visit your country and coming back, and you don't have to do any quarantine or anything. So it's very important to mention that. And if you are a Saudi and you have to visit one of those countries, like let's just say, for example, India, there are like some letter or some, let's just say, form and application that you have to fill within certain department with the Ministry of Interior and the Ministry of Health, and then you may be allowed to travel to those countries. I mean, you have to have a good excuse. So that's also like another important information that I wanted to share. And any other information that you wanted to share with us and discuss it, please write it in the comments below. Another good thing that I want to discuss starting from next week as well, all our Friday live gonna be in different places, and those places is kind of like coffee shops owned by young entrepreneur to showcase their businesses. And also we're gonna be having live audience. So if you want to join us next Friday live, you are more than welcome. We will be sharing information about this event a day in advance, and you are more than welcome to bring your friends and family members. So it's very important. And also it's very important, if you want us to discuss anything, you can always share those information with me. uh, okay, so according to Sharky Max, I got it the other way around. So before the vaccination will expire after 3 months. So I need a booster. Okay. In the country, the vaccination status will expire in 8 months, 3 months for travel. Okay. So according to Sharky Max, what I need is, so if you are a Saudi and you have 2 vaccination, which I think all of us has or have by now, in order for me to travel, I have to wait, is it 8 months before I travel, or do I have to wait 3 months before I travel? I think in the past it was 3 months, 3 months. So now I have to wait only like 3 months and I can travel, because it was super confusing for me. If someone can comment, like Sharky, if you could comment, do I have to wait 2 months or three? Sorry, do I have to wait 3 months, or do I have to wait 8 months after my second vaccination to be able to travel outside the country? Wait time was until the status change in Tawakkalna. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna give you an example because I really need to know more information, because maybe a lot of people would get this confusion. So if I'm living in Saudi and I took two vaccinations, so I have two vaccinations, I didn't take the third one and the booster. Now my tawakkalna show like I didn't take any vaccination because I didn't take the third shot. And am I allowed to travel outside the country, or I'm not allowed to travel outside the country? So the answer is I have to take the third booster. So if I take the third booster from like the time that I took my second one, which is, I believe it was last August, would I be able to travel? Okay. So with 2 doses, I'm able to travel. I travel this January outside the country and I have the 2 doses, but it's fine. But right now, if I want to travel outside the country, I don't think I'm allowed because I don't have the 3 doses. So I think I would need to take the three in order for me to be able to travel, and in order for my tawakkalna to be showing that I have vaccination. So I don't really know what is the status for expat, and does it go the same way, or do I have to? Oh, okay. You need a third to travel if the dose is more than 3 months. Definitely, I would need a dose to travel, because now my last dose was August, so for sure I need the third one. And talking about vaccination, I wanted also like to hear your opinion. There is like it seems in Saudi Arabia, like there is kind of like this constant complaint, especially in Riyadh. I'm not sure about other cities, about the change of weather, and with that change of weather, there is a lot of sickness wave. So a lot of people are sick these days, including kids and adult, and everyone is kind of saying like they are suffering from something similar to COVID, yet it's not as deadly hard as COVID, but it's still like it's the same symptom as the flu. They suffer from headache, fever, sometimes a very hard pain in their chest, and as well as some of the cold symptom. So is this something that anyone have any information about why it's happening, and what are the best treatment and medicine for it? if there is like, I think like Sharky, you are the best one since like you are working with pharmacies and the medical field. So what is the thing that is happening these days with these diseases? And is this something normal, or is this, that's the other cat, sorry. And or is this something we need to worry about, or do we take specific medicine, or is it just the regular medicine? I think my internet, I'm suffering kind of like slow, so I don't really get the answer immediately. Okay. To be honest with you, I'm someone who doesn't really like medicine. So I always try to use alternative medicine. And for a lot of people who are suffering from this kind of like sickness wave that is happening in Riyadh, at least these days, I would highly advise like you take like all this herbal tea and add like all our grandmother like recipes with like the honey, ginger, lemon, and those kind of things. So this is something I would highly recommend. I personally, this is how I treat my cold and cold symptoms. So I don't really know if someone have tried something and it's worked out, especially with the small kids. We always would like to share and exchange like those holy recipe, I would say. Sorry, like the cat for whatever reason wanted to be part of this, and I don't really know anything about this. So yeah. Yeah, I know, like raising cats is always, it's cute to see them, but if you have like more than one, it's become a burden. So I'm someone who has 5 cats. It's challenging, but I'm always thinking about the happiness that it's a, they bring to my life. So but this happiness that they bring also like has some downside when it's come to cleaning, feeding, and giving them the attention that they wanted all the time. Similar to what just happened, you cannot really concentrate some time in work and doing stuff. So yeah, and it seemed like maybe the cat is kind of like, oh, it's about time that we end this live. So is there like any news that you want to share, or anything that you wanted to ask about? So we have like 2 minutes left. So please let me know like your feed and on the news that we discuss. And also like if there is any question that you would like to have the answer on, or anything like you heard about, and or you have any comments on anything. And don't forget, watch watch the trail for the European Film Festival, and please visit some of those movies and try to go there with your friends. I'll try to share, like if I can share it here, the link in this thing. Just give me 1 second. The European Film Festival. I'm gonna be sharing with you like copy. Actually, here. And the one important news also like I want to show. So this is more about this film festival. And also I want to share with you something very important I forgot to mention earlier. And hopefully I'm going to see you in that thing. So now we have a website for all the cultural activity that we will be hosting in the coming days. And the name of that thing is culturesclub.org. So this is an website that we just created for all the, and you can read more about like the film festival and stuff like that. So thank you so much for being here, and please check out like those websites, and please check out like the cultural club, and please be part of it. And if you have any feedback, suggestion, please never, ever, ever hesitate to contact me anytime, either on info@saudiwomenstories.com or in our Instagram, which is the same name, @saudiwomenstories.com. Thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure, as always, having you all. And it's been a great pleasure discussing some of those news with you, and also like hearing and reading your feedback. See you all next Friday, and hopefully we'll see some of you at the film festival, and hopefully we'll see you all as well next Thursday in our event on our office, live Thursday Eve. So take care and see you all soon. مع السلامة. Bye.